Good afternoon, guys. So I was messaging some coaches on the team today and just shouting out some incredible people on everything you guys are accomplishing, and I'm so proud of you. And I had a few messages back from coaches that rocked it last month, and they're now saying that they're struggling this month. And I had so many tips to give, and I did it behind the scenes in a voice message. And I've decided that going forward, when I get these private messages behind the scenes, I'm just going to go live and answer, because as soon as I start helping one coach with that answer and my advice and my tips, I had 2 more messages pop up in my inbox within minutes, not even kidding, with people saying the exact same thing about their struggles. And so I don't want to keep the answers to these questions behind the scenes, because when they're behind the scenes, then you all aren't benefiting from it. So please watch this video, because it's going to be full of incredible content for you. And then also please tag your success partner, please tag a friend. Hi, Jessica. Tag somebody who maybe is struggling, or you've heard them say this week that they're struggling in their business or fitness or life or whatever it may be. Hi, Maggie. So my first tip to you is when you're struggling, it's really important that you lean in. A lot of the messages that I've gotten this morning are from people who have said they were struggling this month after they rocked it out last month, but I didn't see them on the team call last night. And maybe they were busy and couldn't make the time. Totally get it. It's recorded. Make sure you lean into those things, because the national wake-up call every single week, the team call every single week, a video like this in the group that I do is going to have answers to whatever you're going through. But if you don't show up for them, you're not going to be able to hear that answer before the struggle becomes a problem. So when you lean in and when you show up to information, when you show up for those things, your answers are there before you have to go through the problem. And I don't know about you, but I want to get answers before I have to go through and struggle through it. So that's number 1. Number 2, no's. That was one of the things people were struggling with, was hearing no. And a lot of you have heard this and have heard me say this before, but are you really practicing it, right? Just because you've heard it doesn't mean you've mastered it, doesn't mean that you're practicing it. So I'm going to tell you the whole terminology, the whole mindset behind no's, but then I'm actually going to give you exactly what to do to help you become stronger and help you practice being stronger when it comes to hearing no's. So when you hear a no, the first thing that I always think of is that a no means not right now. Most people are going to say yes to you after saying no 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. They're going to say no to you that many times before they say yes. Most people say yes after saying no 5 or more times, about 70% of people. And so when people are saying no to you, I want you to ask yourself, was this the first time I asked them, or was this the 12th time I asked them? If it's the first time that you asked them, great. You just started the process of building that relationship with them. You just planted that seed. Now that seed needs to be watered. If you truly care about that person, if you truly care about helping them see results, if you truly want to serve them in the most incredible way and help them change their life, your job just started. You just started building that relationship. 1 no is not going to get you there. If you want more yeses, you have to ask more people. So for me, I don't limit how many people I invite. I invite as many people as I need to invite to get the amount of yeses that I want to hear that month. So that means talking with more people, connecting with more people, building more relationships. Every time you start getting a bunch of no's and you get frustrated and you focus on that struggle, you're attracting more of that to your life. You're attracting more frustration to your life. You're attracting more excuses to your life, because you have those same thoughts that are going through your head. And we don't want to do that, right? We always say, and we know what we focus on expands. If we're focusing on struggle and frustration, we're attracting more of that to our life when we don't want more of that. What we want is we want more yeses. And so the way to get to more yeses is to go for more no's, and to have that positive mindset when you're going in, like, I'm going for no right now, because that is the first time that somebody is saying no. That is my first job, is to get them to say no, so that I am the person that asks them again and again, so that they say yes on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th time. So if you haven't read the book Go For No, I highly recommend that, so that you can change your perspective on hearing no's. I go through it too. I have weeks at a time where I just hear no, 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 or everybody has the same, like, they say yes and then they don't follow through and sign up. The same things happen to me. The only reason I'm more successful is because I've been doing this longer than you, and I get more no's than you. And so strive for more no's. Strive to be more consistent and the struggle. So let's go back to the thought of the struggle. The second thing that I recommend if you're struggling is the book High Performance Habits. And let me grab it for you guys because this is what I'm reading right now. But not just the book. It's going through and doing the performance prompts. And so here I have like all my performance prompts. So number 1 is habit 1 and focusing on seeking clarity. And the thing that I love about this book is not only is he going through seeking clarity, but the thing that is really important is that if you're not super clear, when people say no, you are going to struggle with it. Why don't I struggle when I hear no? It's because I'm super clear on what my purpose is. I'm super clear on what I'm searching for. I'm super clear on who I'm serving. And these performance prompts help you to get that clarity and that energy. That the first performance prompt is all around clarity, and the second one is all around energy and bringing that energy. And if you're bringing funky struggle bus energy, you're going to attract funky struggle bus energy to your life, not just in business. The thing that I love about this business is that it forces us to own up to the crap that we have going on in our head on a regular basis. Because if we want to grow our business, if we want to serve more people, our income is a direct reflection of our personal growth. Isn't that incredible? It's so incredible. And this business is tough because it holds you accountable to that. And I love that because it's made me such a happier, more joyful, more abundant person because I've had to overcome these things. I get it. I've struggled before. I've cried before. I've done all this. So I want to share with you guys what's working. With the clarity, and the thing that really helped me was one of the things that he had us ask or answer was when I'm going into any situation, when I'm going into a live video, when I'm getting on the phone with somebody, when I'm inviting somebody, what is the energy that I want to bring to the situation? Right? What is the energy that I want to bring? And he says before you go into anything, before you transition from your workout to your personal development, to your inviting, to growing your network, to connecting with challengers, to going live, to whatever it is, write down, what is the energy that I want to bring to this situation? And what is the energy that I want to bring when I walk in the room today? I've been thinking of this ever since that prompt came up in the book. I've been thinking of this every day. When Paul walks in the door, he works 2 days a week because he wants to, because he enjoys it. And when he walks in the door on those days that he's gone, it's so easy for me to get stuck into my computer and like answering messages. And I've started thinking, what is the joy that I want to bring to his life when he walks in that door? What is the energy that I want to bring when he walks in that door? So when he walks in the door, I'm like, hey babe, how was your day? Like, oh my gosh. And I jump up and I talk with him and I talk with the dogs and I'm like jumping around and playing with them. And I bring the energy. I bring the joy. Something else that he said to get really clear, and I probably can't even find the prompts right now, but one of the questions was, in any situation, to sit back and say, who am I serving? Who am I serving? What's the legacy that you want to leave? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be respected for? I want to be respected for somebody that never gives up. I want to be respected for somebody that brings positive energy, even in the darkest situations. I want to be respected and known for somebody who not only accomplished my dreams and goals, but helped thousands accomplish their dreams and goals, helped thousands to create more confidence in their mindset and who they are and bring more positive energy to the world. What do I want people to remember me for? Who am I serving? And so when I go out and invite and I'm having tons of people say no to me, that's what I think of. Like, who am I serving? I'm out there searching for that person that was me 15 years ago that needs somebody to reach out and say, I have a solution. Because when I was depressed, I wasn't closed off to solutions. I was depressed, but I wasn't to the point of I wanted to give up on life, but I really did want a solution. I just didn't think that there was one. So when someone reached out to me and offered one, I didn't even know at the time there was a solution, but I just said yes, right? And then when this business fell in my lap, I didn't know it was a solution to everything. All I knew was that I needed to pay my student loans and I didn't want to have to get a second job. And as I heard more stories on the National Wake Up Call every week, I was like, oh my gosh, there are people leaving their full-time jobs. I can leave my full-time job. And so I dove in and and showed up for more. And that's why I showed up. I showed up to serve other people for a selfish reason. And there is nothing wrong with that. If that is your selfish reason, do it for that, right? If reaching out to get more yeses to help more people with their health and fitness goals is selfish, do it. But when you hear a no, you have to sit back and realize, take it off of your own goals. And who are you serving? Who are you serving and who are you searching for to serve? How are you wanting to serve more? How are you going to add more value? What can you share publicly on social media? How can you get more vulnerable so people can connect with you? How can you give more? Right? And as I was sitting back, and hopefully I don't start crying, but when I was answering these questions, I really needed it. I needed to get clarity. I thought it was so clear on what I wanted. And then as I'm reading these prompts and these things to add, these habits to add in my day-to-day so that I have more energy and joy and passion, I was just getting so fired up. And one of the prompts was, who do you want to serve? And I sat back and I thought of Lauren Bauer, who's probably not watching right now. She's at work. And I thought of Jackie. And I thought of other new coaches. I thought of Nick, one of my new coaches. And I thought of his little girl. And I thought of him losing his little girl's mom and him being a single dad. And I thought of them. And I thought of Lauren wanting to leave her job. And I thought, I have to be better for them. Oh, gonna make me cry. I have to be better because they need me to be better. They need me to bring the joy because that little girl depends on her dad. Because Lauren's dream of leaving her job is so real, and I'm going to help her get there. I have to grow so that I can become a better leader to help serve those people better. And if that means hearing more no's so I can get more practice at communication, if that means hearing more no's so I can find those yeses so that I can serve those people that need me, so I can grow into the person that I need to become, so when they find me, when I find them, I am that leader they need me to be to take their life and goals to the next level. Guys, this book is life-changing, and I've told so many of you, and you're gonna just hear me say it over and over again, because with Brendon Burchard, he studies high performers, and he goes through and he took the 6 habits of all high performers, and he said, what are these high performers doing that is so different? Because high performers are more productive, they have more joy, they get more stuff done, they have more energy, they have more enthusiasm for life. People are always like, how do you get so much done? How are you always so happy all the time? How do you not let crap bring you down? And for years, I really didn't have, my workouts, right? My workouts, my nutrition, that helps. Like, that helped me overcome depression, my mindset, my personal development. But I see a lot of people doing personal development and just being like, yeah, that made me feel good. That's a great way to look at it. But not really practicing personal development. You have to practice personal development. And that's what I love about High Performance Habits, because he gives you these prompts to answer these questions and how to make them triggers throughout your day. So like for me, a trigger when I wake up in the morning is as soon as I wake up, I put on my workout clothes and I drink my Energize and do my workout. That's a trigger for me to get my workout done. It's a habit now, and I don't know how not to do it. Now the trigger I'm working on is to say, what kind of energy do you want to bring to this situation, and who are you serving in this situation? So that I'm taking that struggle and that frustration off of me. And I was just sharing this with a coach behind the scenes, but I said, do you know how many messages I get a day from all of you saying, oh, I'm struggling with something? And I'm so glad that you guys reach out to me. I really am. But can you see how if you got 10, 15, 20 messages a day of how people are struggling, how after a while you're like, dude, I get it, you're struggling, like do something about it, do something to change it, right? You might get drained from that. And I used to get drained from that. And this book has helped me so much to be like, thank you so much for letting me know that you're struggling. How can I help serve you more? How can I share with you what I know about struggles so that you can overcome that, so you can become stronger? And these little habits that he teaches in this book help you to create those triggers so that you don't have to struggle. You don't have to struggle when you hear no's. You don't have to struggle when people are telling you yes and not signing up, that your vision and your goals are so strong and you're focused to increasing better habits for yourself so you can become the person you need to be to help the people that need you, but then also your focus on getting better at certain skills. So one of the prompts that I had today, let me grab the prompt really quickly because I've been writing them all down in my notebook. One of the prompts that he asked was, where is it? Oh, what is something, so there's the future for self, social, skills, and service. And he said, what do you want to be more intentional with? And how can you cue yourself to be more intentional? And so things that I wrote down for skills, I want to be more intentional on increasing my skills, because when I'm increasing my skills on topics that I'm not the best at, I always get so excited. When I was a brand new coach and I didn't know how to grow my network, I made it my mission to learn how to grow my network and do all the training I possibly could on growing my network. And then I would go out and try it, and I'd get so fired up when people accepted my friend request or connected with me. And then I would go and tell everybody, I would go live in the team page and tell everybody how it was working and how I was so excited about it. And I would bring that energy and that joy and that passion by working on me, by increasing my skill sets. So I'm sure that a lot of you, as you're struggling, aren't focusing on increasing your skill sets. But that was something that I haven't been doing recently. And so I want to be more intentional with my skills. And what I wrote down is I want to be more intentional with Instagram, with learning to brand myself and niche marketing on Instagram. I want to get better. Those are skills that I want to work on. I recruit usually 10 to 15 coaches per month. I want to get better at that. I want to learn how to be better. I want to learn on how to impact and get 20 to 30 coaches started every month, because I want to change that many lives. And so I don't know how to do that at this moment. I'm not doing that at this moment, but I can figure it out. So I'm going to focus on that skill set so that as I get better, as I learn more, I'm going to get to go live and teach you all, because I'm going to be really excited about it. And so you all should be doing that. What is the skill that you're not understanding right now? I know yesterday after our team call, one of the coaches posted in the event of the team call and said, hey, like, I don't even know how to ask people to become a coach. And so I wrote out how I do it, and then I sent her the training I have, an hour-long training on exactly how I do it and my whole script. And she's like, thank you so much. Now I know how to do it. That's great. Now she's going to get to practice it. She's going to get to put those skills into practice. So focus on what skills you can increase. That was something that I realized with what I can be more intentional. And then the other thing was to be more intentional on doing live videos to bring the skills that I'm learning back to you guys, and to keep things that I'm saying behind the scenes one-on-one with coaches to more of a public forum like this, so that more coaches can dive in and get this information. So that's all I have for you guys today. That is what I would recommend. High performance habits, go for no. Really focusing on changing the habits in your brain, and high performance habits gives you the prompts on exactly how to do that so that you have more clarity, more energy, more focus on increasing your skills, and less focus on what other people aren't doing that you think that you want them to do, right? So that you're adding more value, and people can't help but want what you have to offer them. All right, guys, have a great day.